2. Hey, I think we are.
Are we on live?
Are we live on YouTube? Yeah, we're live. YouTube. Sorry about the minute delay.
Swinging live from Cuba.
From Cuba.
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 Maestro, play that good.
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh no, hell no, boy. Y'all done up and done it. Oh no, hell no, boy. Y'all done up and done it. Oh, man, y'all come up and done it. My first song was like 48 bars with no hook. You hear me?
What's up, y'all? We got football with us. Down with Fish. Chocolate Head Fade. We got a special guest today. It's going to be the same rundown. Everybody needs to stay dry. Chocolate Head Fade. Break it down.
Good morning, folks. Good morning, folks. That's that Natural Roots. Country Boys. That's who we are. That's what we're about to do here, folks. We got a exciting lineup this week.
Yes,
we got a special guest here. Let me give you the rundown. Fishing forecast first. We're going to jump right into our special guest. This guy here is on the show. We need to have him here telling you what the business is first. We're going to get into our Power 4, our Big Bass games, and other football news. So without further delay, what's going to happen today?
Rain, go away. Come again another day. I fell a little short of my goal. If you follow me on Instagram, I started off yesterday with a goal of catching 100 crappies. I fell a little short. 98 more to go. Get some.
Hey, check this out. 98 more to go.
There we go,
hey, check this out. Like we said before, we got a special guest in the house. We're shooting live from Cuba today. I am your host here, Mr. Castro, and I would like to say that our special guest is unique here. He is a former University of Minnesota football player, a former Alabama State football player. He is now taking his skills to horticulture, and he's doing big things in Atlanta. So without further introduction, well, you know what? Homeboy Fisher, you know a lot more about this man than me, so
look here.
Talk to me.
I would like to introduce you, ATL's most interesting Negro. Yes, I said that. ATL most interesting Negro, and that's Lilo Jones himself.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Outdoor Lifestyles. Everybody give a big thumbs up. Give a big thumbs up. Everybody give me some thumbs.
What's up, y'all? What's happening?
By the way, he's qualified to be here. If you didn't pay attention to what
Chocolate
Hefe
Castro
said, he played at the University of Minnesota outside linebacker, and he also played outside Alabama State.
Yup.
And we're just going to break it down a little bit about what he got going on.
Yup.
And he's going to tell us a little about how he got started. Break it down for me, man. Tell me how you got started in this. Tell us about yourself.
So hold up. His organization, this says organization is called OFF, right?
Oh, yeah. That's it's a couple of, well, first off, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? It's a beautiful day to be on fishing with, football with a damn fishing. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for these guys for having me out here. Once again, well, I got started way back when I was a kid. I used to get kicked out the house a lot because I got a lot of energy. I used to break stuff. So for doing that, my mom used to lock me outside, so I used to play outside all the time. So me and nature became very acquainted. And then after playing football and stuff like that, I started getting more into the food and what's going on in our food system. So I just decided to take the power of growing in my own hands and started teaching people how to get back with the land and make it do what it do, no matter where you are. You did. Oh, and the organization, Outdoor Lifestyle, that's where I teach kids, people, and what to get it is, you know what I'm saying, whether it be growing, farming, dealing with animals, catching bats, you know.
Look, I'm gonna make this quick. Hey, so, look, this man right here, I could call this man at 2 o'clock in the morning and tell him I got a problem, and he'll be here.
So what was your problem here recently?
I had a bat. A bat had got in my house.
Right.
And I seen it. I called him. He shot over here. I went outside. The bat disappeared. 2 weeks later, the bat came back.
Real deal.
I picked up the phone and called him. He shot right back over here. And I said, hey, Lilo, have you ever caught a bat? He said, nah. And I said, so how you know you can catch a bat and I can't? He said, because you scared and I ain't. I said, hey, there you go. Get that bat down. But he has come through on a lot of occasions. He inspired me to plant my own little garden. If you follow me on IG, you see I grow the little peppers. And a couple other my friends out here, Travis, Scott, everybody got their little gardens now. And
it's Garden Wars out here.
It's Garden Wars, and we were going to broadcast today from
correct. Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell us
if you guys didn't know what we were going to do, we were going to broadcast outside. He was having a volunteer day.
Yeah,
and so tell us a little bit more about that. So tell us more about what you was going to have today until the rain ended up stopping you.
Okay, well, my urban farm is the outdoor fresh farm because we outdoors with it. We fresh to death. We growing fresh plants and we farm it in the city. You know what I'm saying?
In the city.
In the city. 1955 Campbellton Road, Southwest Atlanta to be
exact. The SWAT.
The SWATs. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So we give it back to the community, and basically we were gonna have a lot of people come out and help us get things together over the winter. Because if you do not know, farming does not stop when it get cold. All you do is start preparing for the winter, for the spring, for next year, and you start getting seasons together. So I got tons of wood chips brought out from different tree companies because the wood chips would then fertilize the soil and create more IMOs, bring in earthworms, and then bring in more nutrition. So therefore, when we plant those plants in the ground, they'll shoot up there like that right there. So we were gonna move some wood chips around. I can see y'all looking at me crazy because I'm talking.
No, we like teaching.
Teaching knowledge, baby.
That's knowledge.
Keep dropping the knowledge.
Bam, we were gonna hit that today, as well as I got these goats. You did what I'm saying? We done had the goats over here at Homeboy Fishing House.
Yeah,
too.
You seen the goats?
Yep, they cleaned up the ivy. So now all you gotta do is dry the lawnmower over there, and he reclaiming his land back, as well as he had a tree that got kind of dismembered in some storms. Had to come through, get that up out of here because, kids running around, you know what I'm saying, for the holidays, and we didn't need no problems. You did what I mean? So at the Outdoor Fresh Farm, we got Lolo the Donkey. Go follow him. He don't have an IG page, but you can hashtag Lolo the Donkey. You know what I'm saying? Then we got the goats over there. So it was just going to be a great tool for people to come out, network, learn something about the outdoors, be out there with a lot of people who are enthused about it, as well as it's a family-friendly event, so you can bring out your kids. And for the most part, we're going to talk about compost, talk about the animals, and move wood chips around the land so we can get that soil together for next year.
Hey, when are you going to redo this volunteer day? Because me and Chuck and Hefe, we're going to shoot live from this location. And y'all got to see this.
Oh, yeah. Since the rain came today, we're going to switch it back 2 weeks from today. Today is the 1st. December the 15th, we're going to be live on the scene at the Outdoor Fresh Farm, 1955 Campbellton Road, Atlanta, Georgia, 30311.
You heard that, folks. That's how you do it. So how can they, if you got people there that want to follow you, know about more about what you do, how can they reach you, man?
Okay. You can follow me on Instagram at Lelo_Jones, LELO_Jones. You can go to the Outdoor Fresh Farm page at Outdoor Fresh Farm, no special spellings or anything like that. As well as you can find me on Facebook on the same thing, and on the Instagram too. I mean, not Instagram, YouTube. Because I broadcast every Sunday on YouTube, a fresh show, letting you know what's going on in the world of Lilo. ATL's most interesting.
I follow him. You've seen him on my page several times.
Oh yeah, I've been. Yep.
So he was the first one who showed me on top of the MARTA station downtown Atlanta.
Yep.
There is a garden.
Yep.
Did you know that? On top of the MARTA station.
On the roof.
On the roof, there's a garden. You go to the YouTube page.
5 Point train station. You go to 5 Point MARTA station. They have a raised bed garden on top of the roof, where it's for the city workers and people like that to come down there and get their hands dirty while they're at work and stuff like that to make it happen.
Gotcha. Hey, check this out, man. You see what he's doing? He's doing a lot of good things. He's doing God's work. We're building out, so we don't have any farmland. So you have to bring the farmland back to the city because that's what we have to do. Find creative ways of making good products for people to consume, and Lilo's doing that. I have one question as well. 2 questions before we get in here. Number one is Kevin, the Georgia Lottery fire breathing goat, is he on your property too?
Oh no, we have Lolo the donkey.
Lolo the donkey.
Yeah, that's our big thing over there.
And people, if they want to help, like someone like I want to help, I believe in what you're doing. How can they do so? Can they just reach out to you personally, like through one of those contacts you said earlier?
Yep. They can reach out to me personally. Anything will do. We have taken plenty of donations from Homeboy Fishing. He done brought plenty of tools out of there, as well as he done came out there and got his hands dirty and helped chop down some stuff with some sling blades.
You just said important things, so you don't necessarily need money. You can also need
Hands and hands.
Like
It's volunteer day.
Gotcha.
People coming out to help. Everything does not have to be monetary. You know what I'm saying? It can also be material based.
There you go, folks. You see that? Viewers as much as possible. Lilo's doing big things in the community, and you see he's in the farming and he's black.
That's
So
right.
remember that, folks. It doesn't matter, man. Go out there, get your hustle on, and do good things. You do God's work like that, it comes back twofold.
That's right.
But real quick, also, we want to educate you. This is No Shade November. This is the last weekend of No Shade November. As you can see, I am fully involved here.
Oh yeah.
Lilo here got the beard here. Some people can't grow here. So that's what happens. That's what happens here. So what I'm gonna do, I said I'm gonna donate to a worthy cause. And so that worthy cause I've decided is going to be the self-talk counseling and consulting services in Charlotte, North Carolina. My chapter brother, Mr. Kareem Puranda, is the founder of this organization, and they're doing big things in the Charlotte community. They specialize in men's mental health. Again, No Shade November is about men's physical and mental health. And so, but they also do a wide variety of other things, including mentoring, workshops, and consulting. I'm pledging my support today. Will you do the same, folks? Do the same here. Remember, people, good people, chips make chunks. So give whatever you can because it all adds up in the end.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's right.
And next week, we'll see whether or not I keep this thing fully involved.
Hey.
Or the old lady
hey.
step in and say,
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had a lot of hair. Let's keep rolling.
Hey, that's what I say. Hey, this is a football show, right? So,
Right,
Leland,
right.
you going to help us out with the big bass games of the week?
Oh yeah, man. We can make that happen.
But before we get into that, we're going to get into our Power 4, Homeboy Fishing.
Okay, we're going to break it down from the 4 up to 1 today. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Big ups, Dallas Cowboys. You beat New Orleans on Thursday night. I love that. Love to see that. New Orleans, so that puts you at my number 4 team. You got beat by the Cowboys. You fall to number 4 from 1 to 4. My number 3 team, go to the Texans, as Chocolate Head Fake told you. They got an easy schedule away. They got an easy schedule. They're going to give them a run to the playoff. You predicted it. And number 2, KC, you still running up, but you ain't got no tricks. But you're running back. Shame on you, Hunt. Shame on you. My number 1 team goes to the LA Rams. Like I told you from day one, Double G's are still putting up them numbers. Break it down.
bro.
Let me hear your 4.
Nice top 4 here. My top 4 is exactly the same, just a little different order. First, shout out to the Dallas fans for kicking New Orleans' butt on Thursday. As a Panther fan, I want to say
is my friend.
thank you. So special shout out to those Dallas and their big fans like TK Wiggins, Webb Hilton, Terry Weber, and whoever else decided, Stu,
Ali, yeah.
and whoever else decided to jump on the Cowboys bandwagon.
Yeah.
You know, y'all been waiting to do this all year long.
Yeah, we Cowboy.
Anyway, number 4, we going with Houston Texans. Like I said, when your team wins 8 in a row, you get the attention. You got the attention of Hefe and everyone else in NFL. Number 3 is New Orleans. The offense was put in check by the Cowboys on Thursday. So I have to ask myself, have we seen the best of New Orleans? The door just opened up for my Panthers. So what you going to do, Carolina? What you going to do? Number 2 is KC. The Chiefs' schedule is going to be tougher than it was in the first week of the season. So they just had a bye, which is very helpful. But the recent news of Kareem Hunt being released by the team is a huge loss for Kansas City. They're a young team, and securing a number 1 or number 2 seed is very important. But the Kareem Hunt news is very sad to hear.
Yes.
You cannot put your hands on a woman that way, regardless.
You better not.
But my question is, where was his entourage? Where was his boys? Why did they let this happen?
I mean,
Why
come
did
on.
this happen, man?
Why did this happen?
It should have never got out of control like that. And then also, young people and people everywhere, there are cameras everywhere. Act like it, people. Act like it. Number 1, the Rams. Hey, they enjoyed a bye week after a big victory against KC. And they also got a bonus watching the Cowboys beat New Orleans to give them the number 1 seed currently in the NFC. In the NFC East. You're right. Let's get away from them Cowboys. That's what you get, Cowboys. Those are our Power 4. Give us yours. We see the Texans on here. Jesse Candy says, yep. It's not a team. But anyway.
Yeah, no, he's saying yep to what we're saying.
I know what he's saying. I'm just
Jesse Candy, what's up? Smoking Waves.
Smoking word.
Hey, check this out. We're going to get into our big bass game of the week.
Hold on.
What's that?
I don't care about what you think. I don't care about what you think. You know why? Because this is Homeboy Fishing, and I'm going to tell you who's going to win. Listen to me.
He gonna tell who go? Okay, fine. We got a third party here to neutralize our pick.
Oh.
We got Lilo here. Like I said, former Minnesota
Golden Gopher
linebacker and Alabama State linebacker. So he knows football. He knows horticulturing. He knows how to trap animals. He knows how to trap down cheese. This brother can do everything. So here we go. The first game of the week is 6-4-1 Minnesota at 8-3. New England. New England's favored by 5.5. This is a weekend in which potential playoff contenders are going head to head. Here's one matchup. Who you like, homeboy?
Okay, look. It's time to shine or it's time to fold. Y'all know this is all Tom Brady time. But Minnesota has a number 3 defense going into New England. But there's that guy again, Tom Brady. In the month of December, since he's been playing up on the Belichick, his record is 62-11. And when he's not sacked, he's 13-0 in the last 5 seasons. So what's the key to beating Tom Brady? New England, they're going to throw a little of that salt on there. New England by 7.
All right, special guest. Who you like here, Lilo? Who you like, Minnesota or New England? Minnesota's on the road.
Minnesota is on the road, and I'm just going to say, man, I like New England in this one just because it's at home. Like Homeboy Fish was saying, it is in December. And you gotta come see them in Beantown, man. You know what I'm saying? And you got the big guy back there. He's very composed in the pocket. And if you can't get pressure on them, even with that number 3 defense, if they scheme is blocking and they keep them hands on them, you know, you don't have a bad day dealing with that guy. You did what I'm saying?
That guy. Why everybody call him that guy?
Because people don't like him. So they don't like to say his name.
I don't get them.
And so I got you.
He's that guy.
Hey, check this out. So we got 2 picks from New England, and guess what? We got a third. The Hefe likes New England as well. And let me tell you why.
Say that guy.
New England is a different team at home. Let's just say they step it up a notch. With the return of Rex Burkhead and Sony Michel, they now have a rushing attack to complement that passing attack. So if Minnesota can win here, they're going to show me a lot. To show me they're a serious playoff contender, but I don't see that happening as New England stays within striking distance of KC. The Patriots by 7. Patriots by 7. Our next big bad games of the week in a potential playoff matchup, you got the 8-3 Chargers at the 7-3-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh are favored by 3.5 points. Special guest Lilo, get us started.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and bust you out like this here. I like Pittsburgh in this matchup once again because the Chargers are coming home. Yes, you're 8-3, but you playing San Diego. You got to come up to Pittsburgh.
They ain't in San Diego.
Not San Diego.
They moved LA.
They're on the west side. The west side. They're the same thing.
They're the same kind of atmosphere. They got to come up to this cold. You know what I'm saying? When I was out there on the road around this time, we went up there to Pittsburgh, and man, let me tell you, it was very, very chilly out there, and that wind is
different type of cold, right?
You know what I'm saying? That wind goes
different type of cold.
Face like that. So that's what they got to be up against. So I don't care nothing about that. When you got to play outside and you coming from those 2 different climates, you got a lot on your hands, and you got to see Big Ben.
Pittsburgh, homeboy Fishing.
Look at here. Here's the 5th and 6th rated offense. 2 of the top 10 defense. The difference is the Chargers play team ball.
All right.
Okay. The last meeting the Steelers won, they played against the Chargers in 2015, and the Steelers won 24-20. You know, you got 2 quarterbacks who were drafted in 2004, 2 old guys, but the Chargers have Jerry Bosa back. He's a big difference maker. And you heard it here first, all my Pittsburgh fans. Antonio Brown will cost you this game again because last week he was trying to force the ball to Antonio Brown at the goal line and got intercepted. And one other reason, if it was a 1 o'clock game, I can understand San Diego LA trying to get adjusted. But it's an 8:20 game, so no jet lag. And by the way, those dudes get paid millions of dollars. They ignore the code. Chargers by 3.
All right. Hey, you got Pittsburgh Chargers, but guess what? I'm going with Lilo. Chocolate Hefe likes Pittsburgh too, and let me tell you why. This is a potential playoff preview. The Chargers have won 7 out of their last 8 games, so they are kind of hot right now.
Remember, they were giving away tickets early in the year.
Hey, bro, they still can't sell out the stadium, but they did so by running the football with Melvin Gordon and the consistent play of underrated quarterback Phillip Rivers. But Melvin Gordon has a sprained knee and will not be playing on Sunday. In a competitive AFC, the Steelers cannot afford to lose another playoff game. They won't. So, if you don't know, now you know. Pittsburgh by 7. And our last game of the week, this is our game of the week, a big game too. We got 6-5 Washington at 5-6 Philly. Game of the week. Special guest, you get it started again. Who you like?
Man, I like Washington over this one. You did what I'm saying?
Okay.
I like Washington just for the simple fact of their offense is very killer. You know what I'm saying? They run with that double tight end, triple tight end set. Then you got one of the fastest tight ends in the league right now in Davis, as well as you got that big run attack, which is also going to have to keep that Philadelphia defense very, very disciplined, as well as they're going to have to stay in the base package to try to keep up with all those tight ends. But on the opposite side too, I think that the Washington defense is going to have to be very, very disciplined. They're going to have to be very, very gap contained and not let any creases, because Philly has a running back that he can shimmy on through there, and you give him a little bit of light, he going to go ahead and bust your head real quick. You did what I'm saying? So I like Washington, you know what I'm saying? Even though they at Philly, it's still the same kind of climate and stuff like that, as well as it's just a big, hard-nosed rival, and I do Washington on this.
He said it is a rival, but also check this out. Can you tell this cat works outside a lot and outdoors? He said climate twice. He's talking about the Philly climate, and then also the Pittsburgh.
That rain, that's why.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
look at who you got?
I would say Washington would win this game, but you know, Alex broke his leg.
The quarterback did break his leg.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you know what, Philly, I'm gonna break it down for you. Get ready, Philly, because next week this is a cakewalk for you. This week you got Dallas Cowboys. All right, whoop! This is the game you win. This is just a vendetta thing. Next week you lose 14.
Here we go. Wow. Philly, hey, the Hefe likes Philly too.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. Washington is a team on the decline. Mm-hmm. And desperate teams do desperate things, like signing another woman beater, Reuben Foster. Now they also have safety DJ Swearinger bashing the Saturday pregame walkthroughs and the performance of the defense. When locker room banter spills over to the media, you got a problem. Philly isn't a much better team, but their locker room pillow talk has not left the locker room. The NFC East is still up for grabs. It seems like none of the teams want to win it, want the crown. Maybe Dallas. Dallas,
they got to. They got Jerry.
Maybe Dallas. But for Carolina, we need Dallas to not get the crown. But anyway, Monday Night Football equals lights, camera, and action. I think that's enough for Philly to win. I like Philly in a close one by 3. And those are our big bass games of the week. Like we always do, we do a little extra here. Yeah. So we're going to give you our knockout pool team of the week. Denver Broncos. The reason why, because AJ Green toe is like the toe, and I'm going to get you, sucker. He can barely run.
He got that Deion toe?
He got that Deion toe. Either that toe is headed east every time. They don't have a quarterback, Andy Dalton. He's an IR. No tight end, Tyler Effort. And I think it's no problem for Denver. Denver wins this one.
Yeah, you're right.
Fantasy League tip of the week. You only have 1 week left. So if you're winning, losing, just see it through, folks.
Hey, I will make the playoffs. Antoine, I'm going to beat you.
He going to make the playoffs. Check this out.
I'm on a 3-game
win. Filling your starting lineup, you know, the outcome of this week is going to determine playoff seed and who gets in. And our last thing is our fantasy stud of the week is Big Ben.
Why not Phillip Rivers? They playing each other.
Well,
I mean, they both going to score.
Okay. A homeboy fishing says Phillip Rivers. I say Big Ben. You know why? Because Big Ben got a hell of weapons all over.
Yeah, but he just throw it. He throw it all of them every once in a while. But he throw it to Antonio Brown.
He throw the ball
all the time,
50 times a game. You're gonna have big stats. And fantasy football is about stats. It's not about the win. You know, it's about stats.
Look here.
Anyway,
is that the end of it?
That's the end of it, bro.
Are we
That's
over?
the end of it.
You know what then?
Oh.
Hey, you just watch football with a damn fishing Lilo, ATL's most interesting Negro. We broadcast live from the Carolina Panthers Den. Everybody stay dry. You got Chocolate Hefe Baby.
Check this out.
Dastro.
I want to also thank Lilo Jones for coming on the show, educating our people here. Again, we will be doing a broadcast remotely. This is my stick. This is my Fidel Castro here. Look, on the line, people.
Everybody hit the thumbs up button right now that you watch the show. Tell us you enjoyed it. Leave your comments.
Yep. We got the college show next.
We got the college show up next.
We're going to break down a big Saturday today.
Yeah. Some people call it big.
The biggest game in ATL.
Yeah.
Them Bulldogs.
Everybody Bulldog fans. They selling it in Kroger. Dude.
ATL will interest Negro. Oh.
YouTube, you still here? Who on YouTube? I don't know who here.
We got one follower here.
We got one
Good
follower.
morning, folks.
Whoever watching us, that Coshill Skeezy. We don't know.
Man, this thing cigar.
Look, he got this old cigar. This thing been. I don't know how this cigar got in my house.
Man, every time.
Don't put it in your mouth.
Oh God.
Anyway,
it was from cigar to snuff. To dip.
This is y'all.
All right.